On your mark, get ready, start.
Broadcasting from California and Delaware, this is the Hard Rocking Trivia Show. And here are your hosts, Mark and Danny.
All right, boys and girls. Welcome to the Hard Rockin' Trivia Show, the best show this side of the Atlantic.
You could say on either side of the Mississippi, but we're each on either side. So
That is true. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm just reaching here. Anyway, this is a hard rock and heavy metal and classic rock and AOR trivia show. We do this twice a month. We have a good time at it, and I hope you guys listening have a good time as well. So please subscribe. Please follow us on any platform. We're on Amazon. We're on Google. We're on Apple. We're on iHeart, TuneIn, wherever. You can
and
find
tell your
us.
friends. If you have any friends, tell them too.
Yeah, and if you don't have any friends, make some up,
Yeah.
Get free. I don't care. We need the numbers. Let's bring the numbers up a little bit so we can actually feed our children. So that'd be nice,
Right.
Just saying, yeah, this is our only source of income. Okay, that's a lie. All right. No, this is just for fun. We do this for fun a couple times a month, and I hope you have fun as well. So we're going to start this first here. We're going to do rapid fire. Okay, Danny, here we go. Question 1 for you. Mutt Lange has produced many albums by a lot of artists, including Def Leppard, AC/DC, and Shania Twain. Can you tell me the name of the band in his 5 albums who he's produced the most?
He produced 5 albums by one band.
Yep. Band or artist, but... And complete albums, because there's some things in the catalog where he's done like one song here, one song there, but
5 complete albums by Mutt Lange.
I can tell you it's a pretty obscure band.
Oh, jeez. For some reason, off the top of my head, I was thinking Foreigner, but I don't think he produced them.
I think he did. I think he did one album for Foreigner.
Yeah. An obscure band. I'm going to say Air Race.
Air Race, incorrect. No albums by Air Race. That is pretty obscure, but Air Race would be an 80s band. You ready for this one? This is a 70s band. They're called City Boy.
City Boy?
Never heard of City Boy, have you?
No. Where do they get Mutt Lange?
He produced their first 5 albums.
Jeez.
He went from City Boy to the Boomtown Rats. He produced 3 of their albums. Then I think he went to Highway to Hell, and that's when everything took off.
Oh, yeah.
And then he went to Def Leppard. Yeah, I just went crazy. Bryan Adams, you name it, he's produced them. Yeah.
And then he got married to Shania Twain.
But City Boy's one of those weird bands. I mean, you can find, they had one hit. 5705 was the name of the song. It was a very minor hit. It's the only hit they had in the U.S. Describing City Boy, kind of like, they were a 6-piece band. They had 2 lead vocalists, but I think every guy in the band sang lead. They're kind of, I would say, if you took ELO and Queen and put them together.
Okay. Well, that would take a lot of production.
Yeah, a lot of production. Yeah. I mean, very vocal group, very melodic group, but then they had elements of prog in there as well.
It sounds like I would like them.
I would compare them kind of like the 10cc ELO, that kind of band. You might like them. I have all their albums, but different. But yeah, City Boy never broke. And One guy in that band went on to be a session guitar player. His name was Mike Slammer.
Oh yeah, I was looking him up today. He was in a band with some of the guys from like King Cobra, that group of people.
Yeah, he was in a band with called Streets for 2 albums. That was after City Boy. That was with the guy from Kansas, the
Okay.
lead singer. And then he's the guy who plays guitars on the first couple of Warrant albums. Because I guess the Warrant guys weren't good enough, so the producer, Mike Slammer, plays I think the all the leads on especially the first Warrant album. It's all Mike Slammer.
Wow.
So,
okay.
And if you don't have the
All right,
City Boy
then.
albums, I can send them your way.
Yeah, I'll take a listen.
Yeah,
Heck.
definitely. They had a bad image though, because if you go on YouTube, you can see some of their performances on Top of the Pops and stuff like that. And there's some videos, and you're like, these guys do not look good. You know, they don't have the looks.
Yeah.
So,
Well, unfortunately, that's a thing.
yeah.
All right, here's question number 1 for you. Who is the only member of Kiss not to appear on an album cover?
Let me think. Had to be Mark St. John.
That is correct. He played on Animalize, but there was nobody's picture on the front.
Yeah, he's on the back cover, but yeah, and he's in one video, and poof, he was gone.
Yep.
Yeah,
Poof.
he had that issue with his hand.
Yeah, that's what they said. I don't think that's, I think he was too much of a prima donna, apparently.
Well,
And they just brought up the hand thing.
Yeah, there's that rumor floating around too, because they got rid of Vinny because, live, Vinny would, go into these speed solos, and I thought it was great when I saw them live, but I guess Paul and Gene didn't think so much, so they got rid of one guy who was shredder, and the new guy they brought in was also a shredder. I'm like, okay, well, if you weren't happy with Vinny, why are you bringing in Mark? He's a shredder. So they got rid of him, and I mean, I guess Bruce coming in Bruce was a great guitar player, but not a shredder, more of a melodic player. So
Yeah, he's just a good, solid guitar player.
so worked out in the end. I
Yeah.
guess the only problem they had with Bruce was they said he looked like a giant tree out there, so they called him Spruce Keelik.
Because he's staying in one spot.
Yeah, and he looks like he's sprouting.
Yeah.
So but he's a great player, so it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Some people say he's the best guitar player Kiss ever had. So,
Well, I don't know. I mean, Vinny's great.
he is.
But
Well, he was.
if you're into the shredding thing. So
in the songwriting thing, and
yeah, he's great. Great songwriter, great guitar. I love both Invasion albums.
but
Love them.
But can he do it now?
Well, I don't know.
The videos we've been seeing have not been good, so
No.
we'll see. All right, here we go. Question 2 for you. Before Huey Lewis in the News, Huey Lewis was a member of what 70s band?
Was it Clover?
Correct.
Yes.
Yep. They also,
Yeah, he was good buddies with the guys in Thin Lizzy, apparently.
especially Phil.
Yeah. They were buddies, and wasn't he involved with that wasn't John Earl, when in the Live and Dangerous album, Phil says John Earl on the saxophone. Wasn't he in Clover also?
Yeah, I think so, and I think Huey Lewis does play on a Thin Lizzy album. It might be Live and Dangerous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess Phil is the guy who kind of convinced Huey to become a lead singer.
Well, he knew.
And it
Huey
worked.
Lewis, they were pretty big.
Yeah, it worked out. Too bad Phil,
Yeah.
Phil, I guess Phil got to see it before he died. But so, yeah, Huey Lewis really hit in, 83, 84. And
Yeah.
Phil died in 85, so and he got to see it. So that was kind of cool.
Yep.
But
All right, question number 2 for you. So I guess you're 1 for 1 and I'm 1 for 2. So let's see if you can take the lead here.
all right.
How many of over 600 recordings did Elvis write? How many of his over 600 recordings did Elvis write?
I'm going to say 0.
That is correct. He wrote nothing.
Wow, I didn't. You know what? I didn't never really thought of that. I know he covered a lot of people. I didn't realize he covered everybody. Okay.
Well, I think there were a lot of people that wrote songs for him. I don't know. They weren't all really covers, but
Yeah, but you'd think he'd write one.
yeah, but no.
Okay.
Interesting, but I guess he just couldn't write. And I don't know that he could really play guitar either, but he was up there with one.
Oh, I just kind of more of a performer and interpreted other people's music. Okay.
Yeah, he seemed to do all right, though.
I never really thought of that because everything's about Elvis is this god. And okay. Like, didn't write anything? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, not a thing.
He's a cover artist.
Yeah.
All right. Question 3 for you. When drummer Ainsley Dunbar left Journey after the 1978 album Infinity, what band did he join right after that?
Ainsley Dunbar.
Who, if you look at his background, he's played with almost everybody.
Yeah, really. Man, I don't have any idea. I'm going to say...
And I'll give you a hint. It was another band that was commercially successful from the same area that Journey was from. It almost gives it away.
Let's see. Journey's from the Bay Area. I don't think it was... I don't know. Is Santana.
Incorrect. Not a bad guess. He came from Santana, I believe.
Yeah, I know those bands were back and forth.
The
but-
band he played in right after that, and he had hit right away, Jefferson Starship.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
They had a hit with Jane, and they went through those 3 albums.
Right.
And then he went on to play with somebody else. Just kind of went bounced from band to band.
Okay. Well, he's probably making some cash, though.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize he played on the Whitesnake 1987 album.
Wow.
It was never really credited and never really in the band. He just played on that album, the one that everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody knows that one.
Yeah, everybody in that band never appeared on stage after. They were not in any of the videos either. Sykes, Ainsley Dunbar, and I think the bass player was Neil Murray. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Wow, that would be surprising if he kept Neil Murray from the old school Whitesnake.
Yeah,
But maybe he did.
I mean, he wasn't pretty enough, so they marketed him and stuck all the Rudy Sarzos out there and all the pretty boys. Well, it worked.
Yeah, it did. All right, so I was 1 for 3. Jeez. So you've already won this one, but that's all right.
So this is...
I'll go ahead and give you question number 3.
Thanks.
I think you'll get this one too. Who is Carlos Cavazo currently playing guitar for?
Ooh.
He's played with just about everybody from LA, but who's he playing for now?
Wow. I think Hurricane. Am I right?
And?
Oh, he's in another one?
Yeah, he's in 2. Officially, he's in two bands right now. Hurricane is 1.
I know he's not playing with Rat anymore.
Nope.
Is it King Cobra?
Yes, that is correct. Those are the 2.
Wow.
I don't know how he has time, but maybe,
Well,
I don't know.
Apparently he was retired and wasn't doing anything. I think he lives in Vegas now. And I just
Okay.
think, so many people live in Vegas. Like, hey, you want to play on my album? Sure. But, King Cobra really doesn't tour.
Yeah.
And Hurricane really doesn't tour much either. So it's maybe he plays on
I
an
guess
album.
you could be in those bands. Yeah, I'm in the band. Sure.
Play like
Like
once a
anything.
year. It's like, all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, you won big time.
Wow.
I got to make these harder.
I'm feeling pretty good. Well, maybe in the next bit we do, you'll do much better.
All right.
So you people out there, we're going to do a commercial and we're going to be back with a little intellectual poetry.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Time for some intellectual poetry where we read out the lyrics of a song. Sometimes they're stupid. Sometimes they're really awesome. Other times they're just, what the hell are they talking about? So
And
you have to kind of come up with the artist and the song. It's not easy.
And this bit is a favorite of one Annuet from middle of nowhere, Delaware.
Yeah, pretty much. I think you pass nowhere to get to their place, but
Yep. And she's probably right in her car right now listening to us talk about her as she's taking the kids to school. So, hello,
Yeah.
kids. And
Pay attention in school today.
that's right. And don't get in trouble. Okay?
That's right.
Good. Eat your vegetables.
Right. Stop talking.
There you go.
They know who they are.
Yes, they do.
All right. So I'm going to read off these lyrics. And this is a little harder when you don't have the melody or any accompaniment or the rhyme or anything like that. So here we go. Well, we were getting ready just the other night when a knock on the dressing room door gave way to a leather jacket little girl who we'd never ever seen before in her red satin dress and her high-heeled shoes. She took us all by surprise, and when she asked us what we wanted to do, she said it with her eyes. And then it goes into the chorus.
Wow. No clue. I'm going to say Quiet Riot.
No, it is not Quiet Riot. And I'll give you a hint. This is an English band.
Okay, a British band. Okay.
Yep. So I can't read the chorus, of course, but here's the second verse. Second and last verse. Well, we finally took the stage. There she was, but she wasn't on her own because she'd brought some friends, maybe 5 or 6. Yeah, she must have been on the phone. And when they started dancing and jumping around, well, we couldn't believe our eyes because they got the whole damn audience rocking and they got us paralyzed.
Wow. You said an English band.
English band, yep.
I don't have a clue. UFO.
No, a little bit later than that, but
Okay.
part of the new wave of British heavy metal.
All right, you got to give me some clues to say it's.
And we've seen them.
We've seen.
I've seen them. I've seen them probably 3 or 4 times. I'm sure you have as well. I know you and I saw them the first time.
Is this a cover?
Nope.
It's an original from this new wave of British heavy metal band.
Yep. And you know this band. They are ginormous.
Iron Maiden?
No. You want the name?
Def Leppard?
Yes, it is Def Leppard.
Okay, what song is it?
That song is Rocks Off.
Oh my God, I know the song.
Oh, of course you do.
Jeez! I just never really paid attention to the damn lyrics.
Right. And they got the whole damn audience rocking. They got us paralyzed. Just get your rocks off.
Yeah, I know the song. I never really paid attention to what he's saying. Wow.
Well, that makes it hard because you're like, you obviously know the song. You've heard it a million times.
I feel like an idiot.
All right, let's see if I can get this.
Well, you'll know the band that did mine. You won't know the song at all. I just picked this because I thought the lyrics were kind of funny, kind of stupid at the same time.
All
so
right.
when I read this, I'm gonna say the chorus and everything because I don't think you're gonna get it.
All right.
All right, so here we go. This ain't no double entendre. This ain't no euphemism. This is real life. I'm describing a natural disaster. Mud flow. Land mass shifting below our feet. Houses floating on down the street. Debris, wreck, and ruin bobbing along like butter would not melt. Deluge never ending, and the raindrops never cease to pelt. What do you think?
God. Jesus. UFO.
Nope, UFO. Okay, this is a British band.
Okay.
This song came out in 2015, so it's a newer band. A band that's been around for about close to 20 years, I think. So it's a band you know.
Okay.
Mudslide. It's not hard to see the upside of a mudslide. I simply can't abide this deadly mudslide. Way down deep inside, I hate you, mudslide. That is the chorus.
I can't abide by this mudslide.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. So, yes.
God.
Neighbors thus far have managed to avoid flounder as they are drawn. Deep down in the watery void, gesticulating wildly, but it's awkwardly so I wave ta-ta. The distant cries of anguish play havoc with my cha-cha.
Oh my God. Is it Darkness?
It is the Darkness. Correct.
I do not know that song, but that's hilarious.
So basically, how he started the song, this ain't no double entendre, this ain't no euphemism, this is real life. Then he goes into describing a mudslide through the whole song, and in the very last lyrics of this, okay, it goes, mudslide, it's not hard to see the upside of a mudslide. I simply can't abide by this deadly mudslide. Way down deep and saying, I hate you, mudslide. Do you know what this is? It's a effing mudslide. And that's the end of it. So
okay, well, just in case you weren't sure during the chorus, good Lord.
So, yeah, I just thought that was humorous. Maybe because, what is he singing? He's talking about mudslide. What does he mean? Because you could interpret it a lot of things. What is this?
Oh, yeah.
What is he really? No, he's actually describing a mudslide. So at the end, he tells you, no, it's a song about a stupid mudslide, basically.
Yeah, I can't abide by this mudslide.
So, yes.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Justin. Thanks for that.
Yeah, so apparently the Darkness did play the last Monsters of Rock cruise, and everybody's talking about how good they were.
Oh, I've heard they're awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them.
And I've had opportunities, and I just haven't done it, but I don't know why, because I do like them. But I guess apparently they're a better live band than they are on their records, and some of their records are pretty good. But
oh yeah, I like their first two albums a lot.
yeah, and they've got some great stuff that happened after that. I mean, they don't take themselves too seriously, even though they're seriously good musicians. But
yeah,
but it's okay. So the
but
Dark.
it's a rock band. Yeah, why you got to be so serious about it?
Yeah, have you been watching the bands from the next Monsters of Rock cruise? They always announce them a little at a time. A lot of newer bands from Europe. It's like,
okay,
so they're trying to broaden their scope. You don't want to have the same 30 bands from the 80s, so they're really mixing it up this year. So
how about Heat and Eclipse? Either of those?
they've done it in the past, but they haven't been named yet.
All right.
So I don't know if they're doing it. And I saw he did it last year with their new old lead singer, and
okay,
he was really good. So
yeah.
So we'll see.
All right.
I'll see if somebody really jumps out at it, and maybe I'll have to pull the trigger or wait another year. I don't know. I am going to do one before I die. So hopefully I don't die within the next year. So
yeah,
it's one of my goals to do one of those things. And you have to go too. Whether we can convince the wives to go, I don't know. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think there's zero chance my wife would go because she is not a cruise person.
Just hates the motion.
Way too motion sick.
Yeah. I'm not the best, but I've never been on a giant ship before, so I don't know how I would do. I would definitely have some Dramamine, some patches ready to go. So.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But I guess if it's not stormy, it's pretty. It's not a big deal. But then you see some of these other cruises and they're bouncing up and down and slides. Like, ooh, I don't know about that. I can handle that one.
Yeah, it really depends. I mean, the ships are so big. Just unless there's a really bad storm, you're going to be fine.
But there's so many cruises now. It seems like Eddie Trunk is on a different cruise every week. I'm like, okay, this man.
Yeah. Good for him.
I wish I could do it too, but he does it for free. But it's like there's a Creed cruise here, there's an '80s cruise, there's a Prague cruise, there's
a Kiss cruise,
there's a Rick Springfield cruise, there's a New Kids on the Block cruise. Everybody's got a cruise because I guess everybody this age group kind of has money now. So
yeah,
hop on a cruise. Let's pay $3 grand. Well, actually, probably paying close to $5 grand because you got to fly down there, and then the cruise is. If you want to sit and be really nice, about $2,000 to $3,000 for the cruise.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But then you're going to see 20, 30 bands.
Oh, it'd be worth it for me. I'd probably get no sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of these days, I'm telling you.
One day, we'll check that off our bucket list.
Yeah, it might be just you and I. But
I would not be surprised. Maybe we can do a show from there.
Yeah, Eddie Trunk can barely do a show from there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But if you did it, would you do it where you actually were up top where you had like a balcony and you could, enjoy the, ocean breeze, or would you be underneath?
If I could afford it, I'd rather be upstairs.
Pay the extra $1,000.
Outside.
Yeah,
Have a balcony, a window.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, or you could be probably for a third of the price, be below the water line, interior room. So it's dark. I'll give you that. It's going to be a dark room, but
if you're only using it for just sleeping only, I could see both sides of it. But then again, I'd want to enjoy the fresh air too.
Absolutely.
Do everything.
Yeah, it would really depend on how much it costs. I mean, I couldn't see doing a $10,000 cruise because you got a killer room, but
no, I think it's in more in the 3,000 range.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, got the wheels turning now. We'll see. We'll see who's announced. What band would have to book it and go, oh, I kind of have to go to that? That you don't have.
Harem Scarum.
Yeah, I think that would do it for me, but I'd be shocked if they did it.
That would be unbelievably amazing. If they could bring Gary Moore back, that
from the dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be there too. Phil and not bring him back. Oh, I'm there.
Yeah, a Thin Lizzy reunion with all the guitar players.
Oh, that'd be great.
I don't know if there's too many other bands that would make me get on a cruise. I'd love to see Toto on a cruise, but I've seen them probably 10 times now. So
I'd like to see bands like, don't tour here much, like a DAD or somebody like that. It's like, oh, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, DAD would be fun. I'd love to see Eclipse or Wet or any of those types of bands.
Yeah, seems like Eclipse is getting out there a little bit more, just not anywhere near where we live. So, all right, one of these days. Okay.
Yep.
All right, on that note, we're going to switch gears here, and we're going to do a quick commercial break, and we're going to be back with a track-by-track battle that we didn't talk about last show, but we came up with it last second, so stay tuned. All right, boys and girls, it's time for a track-by-track battle, and we're going to do it on a band we don't talk about that much, but I was listening to some of this band over the weekend and said, I'll float this idea by Danny. He said, yeah, let's do it. So we're going to do a track-by-track battle from The Cars. And the two albums we picked was from Candy-O from 1979 against Heartbeat City from 1985.
Both huge albums.
Yep.
Huge.
Both sold 4 million in the U.S. The Cars are one of those bands that were big here, and I don't think they were big anywhere else. Their biggest selling album is their first album, which sold 6 million in the U.S. And that album is a monster. It's a classic. It's great. But after that, Candy-O, 4 million, pretty good. And Heartbeat City, I would say, was probably when everybody knew about them because they had a lot of hits on that album. They're all over MTV.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's their best output. But we're going to find out.
We'll find out which is better. I mean, we're not doing the first album, so I guess we're assuming that's kind of their biggest.
It's kind of a slam dunk with the first album.
Yeah.
Oof.
But then you got Candy-O and Heartbeat City, which
are their second two biggest albums.
Yeah.
So Candy-O was produced by Roy Thomas Baker, who did all those Queen albums. And all the songs are written by Rick Ocasek on Candy-O. Heartbeat City was produced by Mutt Lange. And again, Rick Ocasek wrote almost all the songs except for one, which was co-written by Greg Hawkes, which was It's Not the Night.
Okay.
All right. Candy-O only had 2 singles. One of them did pretty well. But Heartbeat City had 6 singles.
Wow.
And 4 of them did really well. And they were all over the MTV. Now, the difference with the Cars, I was a huge Cars guy from the first 2 albums. Loved the first album, loved Candy-O. Then the third album came out, which was really experimental, and they kind of lost me there after that.
Yeah.
and it didn't do as well. Then the fourth album came out, which was okay, but Heartbeat City comes out, and they are splashed all over MTV. It was like the Rick Ocasek band. Like, woo. And
Yeah.
he was the main focal point of the band. Well, he was the main songwriter, but with
Songwriter, the main singer.
yeah, they were kind of, the first couple albums, they were more of a band. They focused on the band, the record company. But for Heartbeat City, the focus is all on Rick Ocasek. In the videos, sometimes you see him 95% of the time, and the other guys you see hardly at all.
Yeah.
And this band had two lead singers, Benjamin Orr and Rick Ocasek. In the first couple albums, they pretty much split the lead vocals, and they both sound very similar to each other.
Yeah, they do.
But I think Ben is a better vocalist. I think
Yeah,
so.
no question.
Yeah, and Rick Ocasek's kind of got that
Yeah,
quirkiness
almost
to it.
like not quite as quirky as the guy from the B-52s, but kind of in that same vein. A little bit weird.
He's not a
You
fan
know
of-
it's him when he's singing.
Yeah. But and if you know what did you think of the lyrics of the Cars? Because you listen to them, and some of them like, these don't make any sense. It's almost like he threw words together somehow. I don't know.
Most of them you take him as like he's an outsider from, looking in at the cool kids or the popular kids, things like that.
Yeah, he's definitely a geek for sure.
Yeah, but he married a supermodel, so.
Oh, he married way up. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, he outkicked his coverage there.
Yeah, I think with the record company, it seems like after the first couple albums, they really focused on Rick. He was thrust out there. We wanted more lead vocals by Rick, and it seems like Rick kind of took over the lead vocals, and Ben gets a couple here and there. But before that, they shared it.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of this band musically?
I saw it was like what are those, like School of Rock kind of things? Where they, you go like a rock and roll fantasy camp kind of thing.
Yeah.
I saw them open for somebody one time, and the guitar player from the Cars was one of the counselors or whatever you want to call him. And he got up there and played a couple songs, and the guy was great.
Elliot Easton.
Yeah, unbelievably good. I mean, and he just went off on a couple times. At some point I was like, okay, dude, dial it back a little bit. But he was really good. I don't think he was showcased much in the Cars. He was because that's very much a keyboard band. And I remember one interview with Rick Ocasek saying, they could do without a drummer. They'll just program everything. It's like, well, that's not cool. Who wants to see that?
No, nobody. I thought individually the guys, I thought their drummer was really good. Elliot Easton is a monster, but nobody really talks about him. The keyboard player was a total geek too, but I think what he does really adds to the band.
Oh, that's most of the band right there. And especially when we go through these songs, you can really tell a difference between Candy O and Heartbeat City with the amount of keyboards. Like they went totally keyboard on Heartbeat City with a little bit of guitar.
Yeah, they certainly
Not
did.
to say I didn't like it, but musically I like Candy O better. But we'll go through each song and see.
Yeah, and I also think Benjamin Orr is a pretty good bass player too, because on some of these songs there's some good bass lines in there.
Yeah,
It works, but I think the weakest guy in the band, instrument-wise, is Rick Ocasek. He just kind of plays rhythm, but he plays really basic rhythm.
yeah,
And
yeah. He was smart enough to know he's the songwriter and get some guys around him that can play it.
Yep. And when I like the first two albums with the Cars, the guitars are out front with
Exactly.
the keyboards throwing little accents in there, and it worked
Yeah.
for me because it was a heavier band. And when they kind of flipped, yeah, the keyboards took center stage and the guitars were in the background, and
Right.
that's when they lost me. Like,
Yep.
oh,
Yeah, I agree. And you can kind of see that in these two albums we're comparing.
yeah. So the way this track by track battle works is we take the first song on the album and they pit them against each other. And Danny and I have to pick our favorite of the two songs. I mean, some of these are difficult because both songs are really good and we like both of them, but we have to pick one. And there's going to be a couple others there where we kind of hate both songs. And we have to, it's like a presidential election. You pick the lesser of two evils, so you just never know. I think
I've got one of each of those scenarios going on here.
Yeah, me too. And some of them, it's going to be interesting because I don't remember really you liking the Cars that much. And some of
they were on the radio so much that, in the 80s, that's one of the few bands you heard all the time. And I just, I didn't need to hear any more.
Yeah, and what also hurt this band, though, initially in their first couple albums, they were more of a club band. And if you saw them in the clubs, and there's video on YouTube of this, they were really good in the clubs. But once this band got bigger and they started to play arenas, it didn't work because they were boring as hell. Because they were kind of just one of those bands that just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
Rico Kasich stands there, and the rest of them kind of do too. They're not exciting to watch in a stadium.
Well, these songs really aren't built for that either.
No,
these are not Van Halen songs they're playing.
No,
they're car songs. How are you going to jump around to "Let's Go"? Bow, bow,
no,
bow,
some of the songs,
bow,
some of the songs in the first album, you can do that.
Yeah, well,
but I can't see you doing it to, well, obviously Drive. But I can see you moving around to like Hello Again. Yeah, I don't know.
A little bit.
We'll see. But yeah, they weren't exciting live, and that's what kind of killed them. And they did get oversaturated because after Heartbeat City, which sold 4 million, their next album didn't do that great, and then they broke up. It's like,
yeah,
kind of like Men at Work. They got overplayed so much. After their first two albums, people were sick of them. They didn't want to hear them anymore. It's like,
right. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, man. You get played and played and played. You get big, you get huge, you get a ton of money, and then, we're done with you.
You're gone. Yep. All right.
So the way this track-by-track battle works is we go, of course, track by track and compare the first track versus the first track on each album. And the album gets a point if we both vote for that particular song, that's the better song on the two albums. So you may have an album that you love, but the track listing just doesn't work out when you compare it to another album. So let's see what we got here.
All right. And Danny's going to keep track of the scoring on this one. So here we go. Track one on each one of them. On Candio, it's Let's Go.
Let's go. I like the nightlife, baby. She says. I like the nightlife, baby. She says. Let's go.
And on Heartbeat City, it's Hello Again. Both big songs.
Big hits, both of them. And this is one of the ones where I had kind of a problem picking between the two, but I had to go with Let's Go.
Yeah, me too. I love both of these songs. And I think Hello Again is my favorite song on Heartbeat City. Love it. But then again, Let's Go. I really love Let's Go as well. So I could go either way, but I voted for Let's Go.
All right. So Candio is the first album to draw blood.
Yeah. Draw blood. Yes, Candio. All right. Track two. Since I Held You, which was a single off of Candio.
It's been such a long time since I held you. I said it's been such a long time since I held you. Ooh, such a long time since I held you.
Versus a deeper cut from Heartbeat City, which is Looking for Love.
You can't stop, but you can't go on. You can't stop, but it won't be long. Here she comes. You can
I thought this was going to be a no-brainer, but after listening a couple times, I had to go with Looking for Love.
Wow.
Really good song.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
I like it.
I got to say, Since I Held You, I kind of like, I mean, it's not one of my favorites on Candy-O, which features both Rick and Ben singing together. Looking for Love is a Rick vocal. I didn't know it, but I absolutely hate it. Here's why.
All
the
right.
lyric,
Well,
come on, lover, make a switch. Whenever somebody calls their partner lover, it gives me douche chills.
yeah.
I hate that. Hello, lover. Give me sweetie, give me honey, anything. Call me
Babe.
lover. No. I hate it. So,
Okay, so any song with lover in it, Mark is out.
no, well, you can say the word lover, but don't
You're my
call-
lover, but
don't
you can't
call
say.
me. Yeah,
Oh.
it just bugs me. Hey, lover, how's it going? Hey, no. I don't know what it is. It just bugged. When he said
All
that, I
right.
was like, ugh, that sucks. Plus, I didn't think the song was that good, so we definitely disagree on that one. And I don't love the other song, so I kind of don't like either one, but I voted for
Yeah.
Since I Held You.
Since I Held You didn't do anything for me,
It's like,
so
yeah, it's like, eh.
yep.
Okay, nothing there. Track 3 is a deeper cut off of Candy-O. It's called It's All I Can Do.
It's all I can do to keep waiting for you. It's all I can do. It's all I can do.
Versus Magic, which is a big hit off of Heartbeat City.
Oh, it's magic when I'm with you. Oh, it's magic. Oh, it's magic. Just a little magic. You know it's true. Gotta hold on.
Yep, I had to go with Magic because, just like you, it's all I can do. It just sounds so juvenile, Da, 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 ha, 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 ha. No, no.
No, okay, so your
No,
voice for Magic.
I went with Magic.
Magic, yeah, Magic got overplayed. Oh my God, the video was on all the time. It's when he's at the pool.
Yep.
It's mostly Rick 95% of the time. I like the song Magic.
Uh-oh, it's Magic.
I like it more than It's All I Can Do for sure, so I don't love
All right.
Magic, but I voted for Magic.
All right, so we're 1-1 now.
Yep. Track 4. For me, this is going to be a tough one because I love both these songs. Double Life off of Candy-O.
Living from the wonder maze, alienation is the craze. And it's all gonna happen to you. You think it's a phase. And it's all gonna happen to you.
Versus Drive, the huge ballad off of Heartbeat City.
You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. What who's gonna drive you home tonight?
And you know me, I am not a huge ballad guy.
Nope.
Nope, I like it hard and fast.
But
But I love Drive. It's by far my favorite car song. I think the vocals, this is another one sung by Benjamin. I think the vocals are great. I love the story of the song. That would beat any of the other songs on Candy-O by far.
wow. So you
I
voted
vote for Drive.
Okay. Well, this was, like I said, really tough for me. I do love Drive, but I do love Double Life as well.
Oh, man.
It's all gonna happen to you. I voted for Double Life.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, I like Drive so much that my vote cancels out your vote.
No, it
Don't
doesn't.
Drive.
But I flip flopped on this one like 3-4 times. I love them both.
All
So
right,
this-
well,
But it gets
It'll
no
get the
points because we split.
damn.
But I think on this next one, we're not going to split, so we'll see. Track 5.
I had a hard time with this one.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah, but I went with Stranger Eyes.
Well, let me tell you what it was first. It's Shooby-Doo and Candy-O put together.
Candy-O, I need you so. Candy-O, I need you so.
Versus Stranger Eyes.
Come on, ride me high. Stranger eyes. Oh, will you ride me high? Stranger eyes. Yeah, you took the fall.
Stranger
All right.
Eyes, honestly, is a deep cut I didn't know at all. Features Ben Orr singing. Shooby-Doo is just like an intro. I was like, eh. But Candy-O freaking rocks, man. Are you sure? You voted for Stranger Eyes?
This is the one where I went back and forth 3 or 4 times on. You know, I'd listen to Candy-O and like, man, that's a great song. Then I'd go back and listen to Stranger Eyes. I like that one too, though.
Wow.
And the last time I ended up voting for Stranger Eyes.
Holy smokes, this wasn't even close for me. Candy-O just freaking rocks, man.
All right. Well,
Oh, Stranger Eyes, like it's okay. But yeah, because it was one that I didn't know. So I listened to it about 5 times, like, okay, well, I probably am never going to hear it again after the show. Candy-O,
Yeah.
I'll listen to every time. So yeah, we canceled out again. I'm surprised.
again.
I'm surprised with your votes.
yeah.
Well,
Well, we're still 1-1.
1-1, and we're on track 6.
Yep.
We're going to 10. Track 6 on Candy-O is Night Spots. Versus You Might Think.
You might think I'm foolish, maybe it's untrue. You might think I'm crazy, all I want is you.
Night Spots was not a hit, but You Might Think was a huge hit. So
Yeah, that might be the biggest one on that album. I don't know, though. I don't know if that's bigger than Drive.
Magic was big too. These were big songs. I think those 3
Yeah.
went in the top 10. So
Well, I think between these 2 songs, I think You Might Think was so overplayed. I think it just like, I don't want to hear that again. So, and I do like Night Spots. So that got my vote.
Ooh. Yeah, You Might Think I burned out on 30
Yeah.
years ago. But what I like about Night Spots is it's the combination of the heavy guitar and the keyboards together working.
Exactly. That's what got me too. If they incorporated that more, I probably would have been a bigger Cars fan.
Yeah, the first 2 albums are like that.
Yeah.
The keyboards are complementing the heavy guitars. So that's what it drew me to that band. And then when they got away from it, they lost me.
Yeah.
So we agree. Night Spots wins that one.
All right. Candy-O has 2-1 lead.
Okay. Next one, track 7. Tough one for me because I don't love either one of these songs that much.
Yeah.
You Can't Hold On Too Long off of Candy-O.
Can't hold on too long, it's alright. You can't hold on too long, it's alright. You can't hold on too long, it's alright.
Versus It's Not the Night off of Heartbeat City. Both deeper tracks.
It's not the night, it's not the night for sweet revenge. It's not the night, it's not the night to spend. The time is right.
Yeah, I had a hard time with this one. I didn't know either one of them, but listened to them 3 or 4 times, I came out with It's Not the Night.
It's Not the Night. Yeah, me too. I knew all the Candy-O songs. And this is one from Heartbeat City I didn't know, and I didn't love either one, but I voted for it. You Can't Hold On Too Long. I mean, I could care less either one. I'm never going to listen to either one of those songs ever again. So we cancel out again. Okay, here we go. Track 8. See, sometimes people think we share the same brain when it comes to music. Obviously, listen to these two albums. We don't. We're differing on a lot of songs.
There have been times we've done this bit and we agree completely. And an album it'll go 6-4. And this one's we're at 2-1 on songs 8.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Song 8 off of Candio is Lust for Kicks.
They're crazy about each other, like a misplaced fix. They're mad about each other, and they blame it all on the lust for kicks.
Versus Why Can't I Have You, which is kind of a ballad with Rick singing.
Why can't I have you? You're breaking my heart in two. You know what I'm going through. Oh, baby.
This was one I didn't want to vote for either one of them. I listened to them a couple times. I'm like, I don't care about these songs at all. So
Which one?
that being said, I went with Why Can't I Have You? Or Why Can't I Have You?
I agree with you 100%. I'm the same way. Lust for Kicks is like, oh, it's okay. Why Can't I Have You? It's okay. But I ended up voting for Why Can't I Have You?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we agree. We're at 2-2 now?
2-2. Yeah.
With 2 songs left. Ooh, where's this going to go? All right, track 9. Got a load on my head.
A lot on my
Oh,
head.
what did I write? I wrote load. Yeah, it's I got a lot on my. What? I got a load on my head.
I got a lot on my head. Must have been you. I got a lot on my head. Can't forget about you.
What was I thinking
Totally
of?
different song.
Gross. That sounds like one of those mentors or
Yeah.
what's that? Gigi Allen and the Murder Junkies. Got a load on my head. Got a lot on my head. Okay, versus I Refuse off of Heartbeat City, which I didn't know that song at all.
Baby, I refuse. You can pick but choose. Find somebody else to use. 'Cause I refuse to come along.
So where'd you go?
Yeah, I didn't know I Refuse either, but I went with Got a Lot on My Head. I just think it's a good song.
Yeah, it's an upbeat rocker. I voted
Yeah.
the same way.
Yeah.
So 3-2.
All right, 3-2. If Candio gets this one,
All right.
well, we got to see. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna
Candio's
turn out.
winning right now, but track
Yes.
10 could switch this. All right. Track 10 is Dangerous Type.
He's a lot like you, the dangerous type. She's a lot like you. Come on and hold me tight.
Versus Heartbeat City.
Oh, Heartbeat City, here we come. And happy days behind those. And nothing really gets us down.
Yeah, this one wasn't too close for me. I went with Dangerous Type because it's more of a rocker. It's a lot more than Heartbeat City. I think that was for me, that's the problem with Heartbeat City. Even though Heartbeat City won for me 6-4, but the Dangerous Type, I just like the song better.
Okay. Well, I knew Dangerous Type. It's one of my favorite Cars songs. Heartbeat City, I didn't know that well, but turned out I really like Heartbeat City too.
Oh man!
But Dangerous
That being
Type.
said-
That being said, Dangerous Type got it for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's interesting.
yeah, and your votes went 6-4 Heartbeat City. My votes went 8-2 Candio.
Yeah. I think that's because of your familiarity with Candio.
Oh, yeah, because I played the hell out of the first two Cars albums. Oh.
Yeah.
And then Panorama came out and went,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because every song I voted for Candio, you voted for also.
Yeah. I love
And the
double.
two you voted for Heartbeat City were the two that I voted, or I voted for those two also.
Yeah, Magic and Why Can't I Have You, the only two songs off of Heartbeat City I voted for.
Yeah.
But I easily could have voted for Hello Again and Drive, and that would have changed it. It would have been 6-4.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been 6-4 Candio. But
Yep. Oh, well.
all right, so it was kind of nice going back and listening to these two albums.
Yeah.
So
Total pop albums.
yeah, we don't really talk about the Cars too much, and just,
No.
And after the Cars, Rico Kasich just kind of became a producer and stopped performing. I guess he was
Well,
kind of
he could have performed more. I don't know that they could have put any more albums out, but maybe that's not what they. It depends on if you want to be a live band or a recording band.
yeah, he was just kind of recluse, and he did some solo stuff, and it was weird. And
Yeah.
he produced a lot of alternative stuff, and I think he just wanted to spend time with his hot wife. They were married. They were married for a long time. I think they finally got divorced. I think before he passed away.
Did they?
I think so. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was a weird coupling. I mean, she was a supermodel, and he was
Super hot.
he was an ugly guy. He had that weird haircut where he put his hair behind his ears. It was almost a mullet, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was like a mullet with nothing in. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Nobody looked like that before. Like
No,
probably.
it was Rico Kasich though.
Yeah, he was probably like 6'4", and he probably weighed 112 pounds. So, interesting looking dude. Yeah.
Yeah, watching him play guitar, you could see his long damn fingers.
Yeah.
But all he was doing was playing chords. It wasn't anything. He wasn't really tearing up the fretboard.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw him solo once. It was always playing rhythm and singing.
Yeah.
So, hey, whatever works. And he's got, apparently, I've seen a picture of his son, and his son looks exactly like him. It's weird.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is he a musician?
I think so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the Cars. I don't know if we'll ever talk about the Cars again, but it was something.
We may not.
Something
I don't know that
different.
we've ever talked about the Cars before this.
I don't think so after 250 some episodes, and never really talked about the Cars too much. But
Well, it's about time.
yeah, damn it. On that note, we're going to let you guys go, and we're going to see you back in a couple weeks. So please listen to the show. Please check out our Spotify playlist. Subscribe. Write a review of the show. Help us out a little bit.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, and we'll be back with something. We haven't figured it out.
It'll be awesome though.
All right. Take care.